habe ich Data eingeladen. Data habe ich vor wenigen Tagen kennengelernt. Er ist mein Zimmernachbar hier in Mecklenburg-Vorpommern. Und ja, wir haben ein Gespräch geführt, was ich dann doch sehr interessant finde und es auch mit Heilung zu tun hat. Vielleicht eher für die Heilung des Großen und Ganzen. Seine Mission, seine Vision ist sehr, sehr groß und meines Erachtens ist es jetzt einfach wichtig, das in die Welt zu bringen, ihn dabei zu unterstützen, da es sich um Wissen handelt und dieses Wissen erhalten bleiben soll. Ja, Sava. So I cannot explain what he's exactly doing, but I think I can understand a little bit, maybe part of it. And I want you to explain to people what is your vision, what is your mission, and what are you doing? Where do you need support? Please explain. Explain it.
Okay,
Okay.
so I am an IT engineer with 20 years experience solving problems. And 4 years ago, I came with the realization that the solution to a lot of our problems is access to knowledge, especially at school. Looking around me, I see people working out their life, running after a paycheck, at the expense of the nature that we are living with. Forests, biodiversity, clean water, rainwater, and everything is disappearing very quickly, has been disappearing very quickly since I was born, basically. And people are talking about the sixth great extinction. The second one was the dinosaurs. The biodiversity has decreased by more than 90% around the globe in the last 30, 40 years. And that's a big mass extinction, basically. And I was like, well, where is it coming from? It's coming from everything that we learn at school. And what is it that we learn at school? Where is it coming from? It's coming from a library. And I realized that everything that we know is coming from a book library. Our teachers learn from it, and then they teach us at school. And I start researching who exactly decide what's going in the library. Why is it that high school that learn stupid stuff like the trees, the forest, for example, are the limb of the planet. They say that because the tree breathes oxygen like we do, they are the one responsible of cleaning the air. This is absolutely wrong. The tree take as much CO2 as it releases CO2 in atmosphere. There's no the same, it doesn't change anything. What trees do, they create the rain. 95% of the rain come from the trees. The tree, inside one tree, you have more pressure in the trunk of a tree than at the bottom of the ocean, because they have to suck this sap into the leaves, and it create this kind of fractal optimized design for this sap to become water. So the tree, what it does, it creates its own rainwater to rain back on it. It actually creates more rainwater than it needs. So when you cut the trees, you cut the rainwater. That's why they are important. We call rainforest, whether it's a eucalyptus forest or forest in a desert or in a wet area, they all have the same function. They create rain. So that's a kind of knowledge that's simple that we don't learn at school. People now are are growing with AI, and they're not going to learn anything useful for their environment. So as a result, they're going to destroy it for the paycheck, because they have something to pay for, bills, family to take care of. Everyone is running after the same thing. They want to be comfortable and happy, and the fastest way to be is to make some cash. And how people learn how to make cash is by destroying, converting something that grows and sell it. But they don't know how to grow the thing that grows. They don't learn, they remove it from the library. So I came up with this idea of building a library of knowledge that is actually sustainable and ethical for the environment, that is separated from any spirituality or political movement, and using a technology that is proven to be indestructible, unless, of course, a nuclear war happens. Then, we won't need internet. But unless that day comes, there are technology that exists today where it's possible to build a product that doesn't need any upkeep, any financial input, to keep running for several generations. So I've been designing the interaction between humans, us, the users, and the actual index of the library. And it's been a very big challenge. So this is what I'm doing. I'm building a book library that is designed to never burn whatever I get thrown at it.
It's a digital book library.
Yeah.
Can you explain it, more for explain it very simple for people like me?
So you have physical book library, is where you have physical books. You have one copy of it that's available at one time. And then you have digital book libraries, where instead of being physical, is like a computer file, like a PDF, basically. And that one, you can copy it, and you can duplicate it very cheaply and distribute it. If there is a copyright attached to the book, which means someone wrote it, and it's like, yeah, wait a minute, I write this, but if you want to read it, you have to pay something. Or if you want to make a copy, then you have to pay something. So they have different type of license attached to a book. Most of them have copyrights. The library I'm building doesn't have any copyright content. So all the content in there is free to copy and distribute legally. So this is a library that is safe for anyone to go in and download any content in there. Is harmless. And you're not going to have some secret police knocking at your door just because you came to visit this website. It's very actually safe.
Why should people go to this library and don't ask AI, for example, ChatGPT?
It's practical knowledge. Very simple and practical knowledge that's non-fiction. This is not a library for experts. AI can give you the right answers because it will have read a lot of books on the topic. But it will also give you a lot of answers that are not sustainable or ethical in nature. Most of the knowledge that is written into book is not sustainable and is not ethical. There is an ocean of data currently that we can choose to learn from on the internet. And it's hard for everybody, even expert, to know if this data is serious or not, unless you try it first with your own hands. So here is more to ask what to build, for example, a house using the material that grows in your natural habitats, and you will find some plan enough people who've done it before for many generations, and then you can get inspiration from there. This is practical knowledge.
So how many books do you already have in your library?
So right now I have about 5,000 books.
4,000?
About 5,000 books that are organized around 250 topics.
Okay.
And I have another list of 40,000 books that I need to go through.
What does it mean, need to go through? Do you read every book?
No, I read the table of contents. I read the copyright. If I have the right to put it there for free and distribute it for free. If I don't have the right to, then the book is disqualified automatically.
Okay, so, and what is needed? What do you need for your library, for your vision?
So it's based on some natural design, pre-existing natural design. If you look at the permaculture design, which is a type of agriculture, which means permanent agriculture, you see that every element part of the design has many functions, simultaneous function. If I take the example of a chicken, for example, the function of the chicken is to make eggs. It can also produce a lot of heat, makes noise, it scratches the top of the soil, it fertilizes the soil, it consumes grains. So like one chicken has a lot of different interaction with its environment. And the same with the book. For a book to qualify to the library, it has to get positive checkbox in many areas simultaneously. So first, the book must enable the regeneration of the ecosystem, how to make the ecosystem more diverse and the forest to grow again. And second, it has to go through a community checklist where the actual way of going to that result developed community living together instead of separating people, brings people together. And third, the knowledge has to be freely available. So like it can become durable on the legal aspect of things. Legality is a very important dimension, so it has to also check the legal box. The content should not be stolen or copied from an original without permissions. Very basic things.
Greatest wish.
Oh, I would love to have to meet someone who's got a big collection of such books already. That will save me so much time. Because I'm also building the product, the programming. So I'm doing a lot of writing in computer language, and this is extremely exhausting. So if I could find someone that has this book collection well organized,
You mean digital organized?
digitally organized, I would love to put that online using the technology I have already built. That's one biggest wish. Second wish would be to meet someone who's got a lot of funds that I can spend on
You mean financial supporters?
financial supports for creating this. It's a prototype of something that's never been created before. It's think of it as an entity that has a legal status, but is totally automated. It doesn't need any human interaction. Even the interaction to the government agencies is automated. And it's a place where there's no super admin password, where the owner of the keys got the biggest brain on the planet. There's no such thing. Okay, it's a place where there's no keys, and where the moderation of new content is done through time locking, and community reviews from different spiritual background, including the legal the legal spirituality. Yeah.
Okay, then I hope that somebody sees this video
Me too.
and hopefully you get many, many supporters and many, many members of your library.
Yes.
I think that's another thing to get
Yeah.
members of the library.
Yeah.
So who is the how do you say who is your what's the member of
The
your
typical
library?
member?
The typical member.
Well, that person doesn't exist yet.
So it's you and me.
Yeah, basically, it doesn't exist yet because I haven't spent any time trying to market it, and I'm still designing it. Ideally, the member is a school. It's a group of teachers that needs to have educational content for countryside school. A school which doesn't have much funding, or even if they do have fundings, they are willing to create the first school prototype adapted to the school environment in the countryside, where people actually are connected with the nature already and can really put to use.
So I have one more question to understand it more exactly. Can you tell me like the 5 main topics of the library?
I actually have 10, but
Start with 5.
I will tell the one who have the most content. So I have a business cooperative union folder. So there's a lot of books about different type of cooperative business structures with reports classified by continent and countries. So you can see what's already been done and their status, the financial reports. And so for people who are into business development, they can have a lot of that community data that's been published for free. I have another big folder on agriculture, mostly organic agriculture techniques, animal production.
Permaculture.
Permaculture is one word. There's so many different words for the same thing. Ponds, make a dam, a lot of infrastructure, everything that look at the landscape side of things. And I have another big topic on construction and eco building. It's unfortunately very incomplete, but a lot of
You're in the beginning.
yeah, there's like bamboo constructions. There's a lot of things, a lot of techniques around that been around for a long time, when you can build your house, very comfortable house, just using what's going around. So there's an agriculture folder that teach you how to grow the thing that you need to build your house.
So that's the 3rd folder. And
Yeah.
the 4th folder?
A 4th folder is about arts and crafts. It's more like how to build stuff with your hands.
Okay.
From natural products.
And the 5th folder?
Well, there's another one about transport, which is a bit small, or energy transport. This one is very what's the name?
So as I see,
Yeah, energy. So basically, there's a big subfolder on batteries and solar. There's another one for like how to make hydroelectricity or make your own little dam and get wind energy. So like very simple design things like that's been done for a long time already.
as I know, when I listen to you, so your customers, or not customers, the members of your library are students like architectures, constructors, something like this, engineers.
They are people who are students, and at the same time they make the decision of what's going inside their library.
Mhm.
So what's happening, remember when I was telling you who's choosing what's going in the library? Because that person, whatever choice he makes, has like a huge impact on the rest down the line for hundreds of years. And it's not me. I'm not going to be that person. I actually don't want to. I believe the people who are going to choose depend. If you look at it as a community library, they all have a different content. So the library here in Ganj is a lot about Tibet history. And then if you go down south, go to another library, you have a totally different content in there. Everyone choose, their locality, what's going in there. And so the typical user will be a student, but mostly a teacher that needs to create a curated list for his school or his classroom, and he wants to share their own copy, which lives inside the blockchain and cannot be modified by anybody else than him. So you can imagine, like, if I have, let's say, 1,000 users, then suddenly I have 1,000 copy of the library that are all independent from each other. Everyone get their own copy on their book, on their laptop. Get a copy of the index. They don't download everything because everything is stored for the next 200 years. So there's no need to download it if you don't need it. So when you need it, you download it and you get the copy. It's guaranteed to be not tampered with. All you download is the index, all the address of each books where they are located on the network. And you have basically a nice UI, and then you can personalize, you can remove stuff. Everything you don't like, you remove. And then you have your own copy. So that's what I'm saying. If I have 1,000 users, I have 1,000 different copy. If those users decides to save their copy inside on the blockchain, then they agree to make their participation public, and becomes also a public domain participation. This way, it's possible to compute statistical metrics on the usage of the library. You can have library that are adapted to specific climates, even if they belong to different countries, because of people living under this climate might be interested by only a subset of the content in there. There's different, it's unlimited.
So now I forgot my question. I had it. Yeah. So away from the books you need, more files you need,
Yeah.
and the donations.
Yes.
Do you need some technical support? Do you need people who can support you in a technical way?
Yes. So that's tied with the financial aspect of things. I didn't choose to go in open source world, even though the project is published open source. I believe this is a job for the best people, and the best people cost a lot of money. So if I want to find someone to help me with the best data structure design that will be durable over the next 200 years, then I need to find an expert. And most people are not working for free. They already have salaries that are up to the $2 million a year. So if I need to build a team of the best engineer to build the best product that's going to outlast all of us, then I need to pay the best engineers. I could get help and support from volunteers, but then I have to make sure those volunteers have already does several dozen of years of experience in their domain. Otherwise, it's going to be a beginner job.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just leave it like this, and we send it to the universe.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Say namaste.
Namaste.
And just share this video that Data gets all the support he needs for this project. I mean, it's for everybody. It's for us. It's for our future. It's for our children. And I say thank you for listening and watching this video. And thank you, Data.
Thank you for interviewing me at datapond.earth.
Put it in the commentar
Yeah.
there. Okay, so let's go.
I never had an interview before. Thank you. You get skill.
It's not. I don't have my